Hi everyone. I'm gonna talk about something that I haven't really talked about publicly. Something really strange that happened to me last Easter. While I was sitting in my living room at my old apartment, just watching TV. I think I was watching a movie off my laptop. I was just laying on the couch. I don't exactly remember what time it was. It was like evening, maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock or so. And I'm sitting there, and then imagine I had my laptop and a projector plugged in, and I was projecting the movie on the wall right here. And all of a sudden, my laptop it just it stops playing the movie, and then this is so weird. Like a shadow like this appears on my wall. Okay, this was Kane. Okay, I know nobody believes me when I talk about this stuff, but I don't really care. It appears on the wall. My laptop begins playing. It went onto YouTube of its own accord, and it starts playing some video talking about how God cursed him to walk the earth. And Cain's the wandering Jew. He's immortal, quasi immortal. He's the wandering Jew that built the golden calf. You know, that he got all the Jews corrupted and worshiping money. I wouldn't say all of them, but money and power and things like that. He's trying to corrupt the earth. On the behalf of his benefactor Satan, his father, his Azel, or Samael, if I'm calling him Samael as well. So this thing appears on my wall, and it's moving. Okay, this thing is moving. I don't really want to put the time into photoshopping exactly what it looked like. This is just kind of like a representation of it. But how many of you have heard of the shadow people? Okay, those things are real. I've seen dozens of them. I see them all the frickin' time, honestly. Like, once you remember how Christ said your senses lie to you? They do. They really do. Like, there's a lot of really weird things out there that people don't notice because their brain is programmed to not believe these things are real. This is why in the ancient world, in the medieval times, there was tons and tons of reports of weird occult things. And then in the last, 150 or so years, basically since the scientific enlightenment era began, you know, they tell you that these things aren't real, and if you're raised from a young age to believe these things aren't real, you're not going to believe they are real. So even if you do see them, either your brain's not going to register it, or you're just going to be like, oh, I must have hit my head, or I'm on drugs, or, et cetera. I'm mentally ill, et cetera, et cetera. Schizophrenia, like a lot of schizophrenic people, a lot of bipolar people that they say have a mental illness because they talk about this sort of stuff. They aren't mentally ill. It's just the academics are, they're part of this massive cabal to keep this stuff under wraps, because they're all part of the hive mind. Pazuzu. So this thing appears on my wall, takes over my laptop, and it starts playing this YouTube video, and it's saying how God cursed him to walk the earth eternally and stole his voice. Okay, like I'm a pretty rugged dude. I started crying. I'm not gonna lie. That's the first time I probably shed a tear in 20 years, other than when I seen all the kids being loaded into trucks that in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That really hurt right there. That was not a good day. So this thing's like floating on my wall, playing this YouTube video, and I'm sitting there like, okay, what the hell is going on? This was on Easter, okay, last year. The only reason I'm doing this video is because Easter's coming up, and I'm not too positive about what's going to happen to me on Easter. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's seen the video where I talk about the guys in Arizona, Flagstaff, Arizona, telling me I'm going to be nailed to a cross upside down. They kept calling me John, stuff like that. Super weird. Okay. Because of how much I know about this stuff, they are under the assumption that I'm some sort of like biblical reincarnation or something. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm just a regular guy. Okay, I'm just a regular guy that started having a lot of weird stuff happening 3 years ago. So, anyways, this thing's on the wall, floating around, and it's all waving, like flittering, like it's. I don't know if any of you watching this have ever seen the shadow people, but they're freaking weird. Okay, they're weird looking. They look like two-dimensional shadows. What these are the dead. Escaped from Sheol. The Tartarus, the Greeks call it. Gehenna, the Jews call it. Jahannam, I believe, is what the Muslims call it. But it's the realm of the dead where they await judgment, and CERN is being used to rip open holes into Sheol to let these things out. Okay, and they're possessing millions, if not billions, of people right now. Okay, if you took that vaccine, oh, I feel bad for you because you're just a node on this hive mind. You have the potential to be possessed by these things if you do not believe in God. Okay, if you do believe in God and you got vaccinated, well, it's got another role, which is the 5G remote kill switch. It's literally you were injected with some nanotechnology that contains micro particles of graphene. So if you can't be possessed, you can just be killed when they activate this 5G system. Graphene vibrates at 26 gigahertz. Okay. The 5G system is capable of producing 26 gigahertz microwave radiation. It's a remote control kill switch. Okay, 2/3 of the world has been vaccinated right now. By the way, I had a Mason um, text me on my Facebook that they have 2/3 of the population now. 2/3 of the world's population, you know, have been vaccinated. 2/3 are potentially nodes on this Nephilim hive mind system being possessed by the dead. When I was out in Reno, Nevada over the summer, this was about 3, 4 days before I seen all the kids. They being loaded into trucks. I kept having random people come up to me on the street and say, "I'm dead inside. I'm dead inside." Basically, they're alluding to the fact that they're possessed. Okay, all these people in Hollywood that are covering up the one eye and they got the black eye and all that stuff, they're possessed. So he's all floaty on the wall there, and I start crying, and I'm telling him I'm sorry for what God did. What's that have to do with me? And then it vanishes. Okay, so then, and excuse my terrible Photoshop job on this. I'm not going to spend 2, 3 hours making graphics for videos that no one's going to watch. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, what the heck was that? And then it gets even weirder, of course, because my life has to be constantly freaking weird nowadays. So, like, imagine Star Wars, the scene where they're like Obi-Wan Kenobi's like a hologram. Picture that, but it was a Red Bull descending from space, it looked like, through what appeared to be like the Earth's atmosphere. It was like this glowing white sphere onto a sleeping white bull. Okay. And again, I'm gonna go back to the Book of Enoch, which I constantly say, people, you need to read the Book of Enoch. This reminded me a lot of what's called the animal apocalypse in the Book of Enoch, where the white bull represents the sons of Adam, the good people, the pure humans, the ones that aren't polluted and tainted with the blood of Satan. The Red Bull, Bale, Red Bull, the energy drink so many of you like to drink. Red Bull, Red Bale. Red Bale gives you wings. That it's all an inside joke. Another one, Monster, the energy drink Monster. The symbol on it, that's 666 in Hebrew. Okay, I'm pretty sure it says on the can, "Unleash the Beast." They're putting this Satanism right in your face. And you're drinking this stuff. I used to drink 10 Red Bulls a day. I don't drink any energy drinks now except coffee at this point, and I don't even know what they're putting in now. I'm 99% certain that they're putting additives in our food. Like I think they're putting graphene in our food as well. I think all of our bodies are full of graphene right now, and they're going to use this 5G system to enslave us. So anybody watching this, when this stuff starts to boil over, take out every frickin' 5G tower you can. Okay, you need to take out every frickin' 5G tower, even if you have to take out the power grid. You gotta do it. If you take like a high power rifle and shoot the transformers at like a power station, it'll take out the power grid for miles, and it'll take them weeks to repair this. Okay. Anyways, back to this. So this hologram thing is floating in the middle of my freaking living room. Okay, it looks like a freaking hologram thing, and that's if you think of scripture, there's a lot of references in scripture of people seeing visions like this. Okay, and I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm just like, okay, what the heck is going on? So as I'm watching it, this is verse 20 from the Tao Te Ching. Okay, verse 20 from the Tao Te Ching. Listen to this. This and the Gospel of St. Thomas are like my two favorite books ever. It's beautiful. Listen.
Stop thinking and end your problems. What difference between yes and no? What difference between success and failure? Must you value what others value? Avoid what others avoid? How ridiculous. Other people are excited, as though they were at a parade. I alone don't care. I alone am expressionless, like an infant before it can smile. Other people have what they need. I alone possess nothing. I alone drift about like someone without a home. I am like an idiot, my mind is so empty. Other people are bright. I alone am dark. Other people are sharp. I alone am dull. Other people have a purpose. I alone don't know. I drift like a wave on the ocean. I blow as aimless as the wind. I am different from ordinary people. I drink from the Great Mother's breasts.
Yeah. This is how you can tell I'm not making this stuff up. Okay, I did 4 years in a supermax prison. I never once shed a tear in there. Like, this is intense. Okay. The part where it says, I alone drink from the great mother's breast. Okay. In Aramaic, the word for God denotes both male and female. Okay. In Chinese, the original language of the Tao Te Ching, there's no pronouns for male or female like they are in English. It's basically, God is genderless in all genders. God is everything and nothing. God is the Alpha and the Omega. Okay. I'm not claiming I know exactly what this was all about. I'm just putting down that this happened, But I think what that was God literally warning us of what's to come, that we're literally being invaded by satanic demonic entities. And if we don't do something about it, they're going to enslave us. And then, if it reaches that point, God has a heavy hand. Last time this happened, because this isn't the first time this whole situation's gone down. This isn't the first time the Nephilim tried taking over the world. And the last time, God sent a flood. God told Noah the next time it's going to be fire. So we really need to wake up. And if anybody watching this, I don't know what to do. Like, I got people trying to kill me. Okay, There's, they're gonna kill me. They want to kill me. They want to nail me upside down to a cross, which is weird. But when they kept calling me John out west, that was really weird. And like, I've literally been like running my own little psyop, trying to draw attention to myself because I met a guy. I'm not going to describe him or say where I met him at because I don't want them having any sort of information about him. But I met a guy that he could literally read your mind. He could see into the future. Like, he would draw pictures of what was going to happen in the future. He never spoke. His Oh, I almost gave some personal info. And like, I ran into him like 3 or 4 times, and he just had this really weird vibe to him. And I told him, I was like, listen, man, you need to disappear. You need to vanish. I'm going to do everything I can to help you, but you need to disappear. Azazel's looking for you. And he started laughing when I said that. Okay. I don't know. I think it might have been Christ, honestly. I don't know. The guy could literally just read your mind. He'd look at you and smile, and he was just so quiet, and he had nothing. But he was every time I'd ever see him, I'd been seeing him walking around for like 6 months, and every time I'd see him, he'd be smiling ear to ear. He was always happy. He had nothing, and he was just so happy all the time. And he never spoke. He never spoke, which I always found interesting. But somehow I knew that I had to help this guy. So I went around, drew as much attention to myself as possible. And, the end result is I'm probably going to end up, dying a horrible, painful death. But, if you're going to die, you might as well die for God, right? So if anybody knows or has had anything similar to this experience, please mention it in the comment sections because I'm pretty worried about what's coming up in the next few weeks or even the next few days. I don't know. There's a lot of creepy occult holidays that are coming up, and I don't want to be a frickin' human sacrifice. I don't want to see Christ be a frickin' human sacrifice. I don't want to see God destroy the world because that's what's going to happen. All these like demon possessed Satan worshippers, that think Satan's God and etc. and whatnot. God will literally destroy the frickin' world. Okay, God will destroy the world without hesitation. And there's nothing that can stop this. When God gets mad, God goes crazy. And I just want any of you like shills watching this, any of you Masons watching this, you need to understand, you all have the opportunity for redemption. It's not too late. But when it reaches to the point where the blood of the lamb undoes the seal, there's no turning back at that point. It's full on Armageddon. It's full on God in its true form is going to destroy the world. You really need to wake up. You really need to wake up and understand what's happening in the world today. You need to worry about your soul right now. That's the most important thing you can do is worry about your soul right now. Good or evil, you're still created by God. You know, there's nothing ever going to change that. Well, I'm super depressed now after talking about this, so I'm gonna go lay in bed and cry or something because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be murdered here in the next couple of weeks. I hope not, though. I mean, I hope not. I don't hold any ill will towards anyone. I can't understand why anyone would hold any ill will towards me. If you kill kids and rape kids, I'm not a big fan of you, but I'm not saying that you're beyond redemption. So any of you shills watching this, any of you Nephilim possessed, hive mind entities watching this, it's not too late to repent. You don't have to be damned eternally. You guys don't understand the mystery of mysteries. The mysteries you were given are all worthless. Just like Christ said, the mysteries that you were given were worthless, are worthless. The only mystery that matters is the mystery of mysteries, and that is God. Get right with God, please.